kills because you don't have that mobility. Although it's something can definitely be said about trading mobility for sturdiness, or essentially like durability almost, because V3 definitely brings that to the table. But anyway, we're gonna be heading into our game 5 of the day, ladies and gentlemen. KLA fighting it out against Team GG in Eventide Temple, and sadly I'm not surprised. I wish I was surprised, but I'm sadly not, because GG, quite frankly, has just not been on the ball today. It is what it is. They're just not having a good day. XEG, ooh, that was lucky. That was lucky. He had the F1 on. He goes up the pillar, gets blue focus scale rushed, and just grabs him out of the air. That was kind of lucky. The GOAT HQ. You know, hey, better players, more experienced players get lucky more often. There's a reason for it. But, you know who's looking to get lucky? GG's looking to get pretty lucky here. And
no, GG, why are we running this back? No, I feel the pain. Oh, I'm sorry. This is, of all things, we know not to go for the salty run back. GG, though, able to find something here. They do find an elimination, trying to clean this up on the third party. The problem is now they're extremely susceptible to the third party from KLA. I couldn't even get it out of my mouth before they show up. KLA comes in. 330 goes down. And GG, the massive parry from CJS, but XQC here coming in, or sorry, QGG coming in.
XQC.
Sorry, QGG. Too many letters. QGG coming in. We're gonna stop CJS from following up there off of the massive parry. GG, why did we do this to ourselves? It's like the #1 Naraka rule. You never salty run it back. GG loses 2 members. They have no resurrections and are down to a single player left remaining. LXM has got to carry the hopes of GG on their back.
Get in there, LXM. Die with the boys. Yeah, you gotta die with the boys. If you're flipping it, flip it like a burger. Go all in or go home. But TE fighting it out in wreckage over here, managing to take down JDG. TE putting 3 eliminations on the board. But so one thing that I would like to say in GG's defense is that they kind of just needed to do it. Although it's one of those things that you just shouldn't do. You shouldn't run it back in that kind of situation a lot of the time. The problem is that if they have any chance of qualifying for the finals, they need a big game. Which means that if they go and res somewhere else, and if they try and go for a slower approach, then they're not going to be scaled for Yang. They're not going to be able to snowball. They're not going to be able to get the huge game that they need to actually be able to qualify. So I think it was just a gamble that they had to take, quite frankly. Like, I applaud them. You know, hey, I applaud you for gambling that, and I applaud you for risking it. You know, it's definitely ambitious, but it was worth it. I think it was worth the effort, and I applaud you for it. I respect it. Respect it. You got to respect the gamba right there.
Look, sometimes you got to go big or you got to go home sometimes. Speaking of
exactly,
go
big or go home.
JL very much trying to take control of this fight into 5-2-1 here. They've lost a member in TXJ, though, and they've got the ult down right now, trying to make something happen with the Fan, but Pampi coming in with the F, going to keep VVV from really finding what they want here. Fang is down. Now they're in the 1v3. The Karumi ult's going to go away, and VVV will follow suit as 5-2-1 cleans up their 5th elimination here in game number 5. We're going to cut back over to Shipwreck, and we're see JJH going head-to-head here with Team TE, the Viper stun coming in. I do believe that was V2, the short stun variant here at JJH, though, finding, oh my goodness, Godly just getting completely knocked out there, taking a ton of damage, goes down. They're forced to go ahead and use that Wu Chen just to get Godly back into the game here. And JJH, they've got that Wu Chen orb down in a decent spot. They're able to get Godly back up and pressure away. Alliance is going to come in and keep TE distracted as well, looking to lock some of this down. Oh my goodness, Justina, they're able to find the freeze there. Oh, A huge hit coming in from the pole sword onto EYD, or sorry, LYD there. LYD taking a lot of damage. Lane, though, kind of locked in the corner here. No place to go, and it's going to disappear. Poison Splash going to put a little bit of a hamper onto TE, but Alliance loses their second there in revenge. It's just Bo left remaining alive. He's got no way to really break away from this fight or break ankles. He's not inside Celestra. It is a lot of open ground up in this direction. He is trying to use what little movement he can, but the grapples are going to keep coming out from the side of TE. Bo forced now to turn back into the full team, gets put into the corner, and TE says, I'm going to need y'all to go to timeout.
Indeed, and they go. They're not happy about it, but they go to the timeout. But we're heading on over to the desert in the south, and Wolves with that blue Moonbane taking down JLVVV. I'm not sure where the teammates are, and it looks as though JLVVV has just immediately held E and is now out for the count. He's dead. I'm not really sure why he held E. Maybe he did it to, maybe the rest of his team are about to buy him back or something like that. Maybe he was just the sacrificial lamb that they sent into the open plains. Go, you're free. Just baiting him. But oh wait, GG's back. They're back. They got the reses. It's not over. It's not over, Chad. GG has a chance. They're still in this. 2 kills. Kind of needs to turn into 20. I'm not going to lie. Kind of needs to go crazy this game for them to qualify. But, you know, it's never over till it's over. Never over till it's over. EWG, I'm still kind of peeved by that Tarka bait. I'm not going to lie as well. It's also still kind of present in my mind that we could have seen Tarka there. That would have been huge. Do you remember in China, Jacob, when they hovered Tarka? But it wasn't just a millisecond. They hovered it for like a good couple seconds, and I lost it.
I remember
one of these days.
I was excited too. You and me both. We some very much some Tarka enjoyers. We have very different Tarka play styles because I don't play solos. I play trios. But we both very much some big Tarka boy enjoyers. We always get excited. I mean, I think a lot of that comes from the players that we like to, you know, you and me very much enjoy our Panda Mans, our typical Tarka players coming through and just popping off. But I mean, one of these days we'll get it. Mwah, chef's kiss. It'll be great. You and me will absolutely lose our. But as we head in here, we do have the second set or the first set of Realm Yangs getting ready to come forward. The second zone collapsing as we get ready to see who's going to head in. It looks like KLA positioning it to take one of these Realms of Yang for themselves here, as we do have it coming through in the next couple of seconds. KLA scaled in a decent direction. They do have the purple armor onto their Yueshon, really good position for them to be in coming into the first set of Realm Yang. Look at the double legendary Soul Jades as well onto QGG. QGG, of course, doing really well for them inside the temple at the very beginning where GG runs it back. They're going to be playing into XCG here. We're going to see how this fight plays out. It doesn't look like anybody else takes the first Realm of Yang. We're 2 teams with 3 Yangs. Whoa.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we're going to go airborne here. Now HQ looking to make something happen. Going to get the F invested immediately, but I do believe that Scale Rush is just being a regular old white Scale Rush is going to knock them down. HQ now going to pop the ult, trying to be invested here. Wants to separate CXZ. Get some huge damage with the fan into the Hongsword Legendary.
Oh my god.
Followed by the Wisp, and CXZ disappears from existence as QGG now forced to take the 2v3.
That's rough. That's rough. It's not looking good for KLA. It hasn't really looked all that good for them so far today. But hey, ain't over till it's over. The 2v3 dream. But Kakaishi has that Tumult ultimate ready to go. And he pops it right down on top of that Ferrier. And he's going to have quite a hard time making it out of this Alliance 17S, just getting juggled into oblivion by that Aurora Burst and the fan. Now QGG just scale rushing. I think he's just going to try and stall out, but that's just not happening, Big Dog. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. That was insane, though. They absolutely destroyed
CXZ,
That
literally the perfect juggle. You couldn't have asked for a better juggle. CXZ just didn't get to play the game there. Huge target acquisition coming out onto them as well. 5-2-1 here. Trading blows with the members of JL. We do see that Kurumi ult down here as JL trying to vie for survivability here. They are on that white armor, which means they likely very recently resurrected just before Zone 2 started, and unfortunately, one of them is going to go down. It's going to be Vong as 5-2-1 continues to keep the pace, but Yin and Unique, both very low. VVV will go down now, though, so it is a 1v3 here, and I don't think there's any hope of them coming back from it. JL gonna go down to 5-2-1 here, who finds their 8th elimination of the game, cutting over to EWG, going head-to-head here with XCG. Both teams gonna invest in that Temi ult onto one another. EWG's 9 locked down here, gonna take a ton of damage coming in. We're gonna see the Furins getting ready to come through from the side of XCG, shoving onto EWG, just barely catches the foot of 9, who will take a tumble here. The Kurumi ult gonna come in for the side of XCG, buying them a little bit of safety here. EWG 14 taking a lot of damage in the meanwhile here. Zhao Nan going to go down. TE going to show up here on the side for the third party as well, looking to break things up. Leo disappears in a heartbeat. Han goes extremely low too. The heals coming through, trying to keep Han into the game. He does have one Furin shove left available to him. He's going to be forced to get it out. Can't get it out in time. Will go down to EWD. EWG continuing to keep the pressure up here. They have the Vermilion Birds Bite. They don't really care how many teams come in for the third.
Oh my
as long as they can burn it into kills. EWG finds another one. They go to 6. The third parties keep coming through, and EWG keeps sending them back to the Soul Altar.
They do indeed. Up to 6 eliminations so far this game, and they are climbing that scoreboard, getting it ever so close to that second place spot on 121 total points, and they are not done yet. They're immediately going back into the fray. JJH, one member goes down. Flames, he's just absolutely cooked. The sands in his eyes, he can't see, and he just goes quietly into the darkness. Godley, he's short to follow, and EWG is just on a rampage. Bowder now looking to try and go for this third party. 9 has used that ultimate. He is in a He's killable right now, and it looks as though that might be the call. I think this team is just immediately called out. Try and get a kill if you can. If not, it's all good. We've got that res. We've got the Vermilion Buzzmite, and Bowder come in and pick up 3 quick kills. Very nicely done. Bowder, they're looking to get as many points as they can. They've got the qualification in the bag. They are chilling, but they want as many points as they can, and those 3 eliminations has now broken them in to 100 points. Triple figures is always nice to see, but JDG looking for this res. KLA looking for these soul blooms, and they have less than a minute remaining. 6 eliminations. If they do find the cleanse, this could be very good for them, but it's not looking too good, especially considering that CXZ is all the way in the zone, desperately looking for people that are fighting in the zone, people who are just griefing themselves by being there, or potentially some soul blooms lurking in the darkness, but it is not so, unfortunately. He's now probably just going to have to look for a res angle. They do have some money, and one of them has managed to pick up a soul bloom, so they will have one member still alive when the Yang depletion takes down, but it's going to be hard, and I'm not sure if any rebirth charms are actually still purchasable in the shop. They may have all been bought up at this point, especially got taken down, and now they're both back up on their feet. So it's possible they might all be gone. We're gonna have to wait and see. But KLA, one remaining member, and then we're gonna be going into the second set of Yangs here. I'm not sure how many of these teams are actually gonna look to go in. Also, I think that was just an overlay bug. There was actually 6 teams total in Yang. There were teams that went in. It was just That was just a bug. We got bleeped. But JDG looking to go in up against the likes of XCG. Two-tick. Okay, I got it right this time. Two-tick takes to the skies. He's got that gold fan. He's on that Yotohime. He recognizes that they're looking to focus him down. Immediately scale rushing away. Kakaichi doing so much damage with the jabbing with that golden staff. Kurumi may have overstepped here though. Gets juggled by that Yotohime ult. Two-tick wants to cancel here, trying to save as much of the charge as he can. HQ using this crossbow and this fan to his advantage, making such good use out of it, and he goes down. Two-tick unable to stay alive. He didn't manage to get enough healing off in the brief moment that he bought for himself. It's such a shame that they weren't able to capitalize on the misstep from the Kurumi. Xiaonan fortunately able to make it out of that horrible situation. Definitely a mistake that they got away with here. XCG, though, playing it extremely well, taking the dub in the realm of Yang. But EWG now against Bowder. Bowder, both of these teams, they're kind of chilling. They just won the dub. They just want those extra points for the finals. And it looks as though EWG is going to be coming away with the eliminations. Bowder not in a good spot. No armor onto the Tumult, but XG getting taken down. Is now a 2v2 situation. Nope, correction, it's now a 2v1 situation. Peak in the 1v2 on the zipping. It's not looking too good. And there you have it, EWG taking their realm of Yang.
Yeah, EWG up to 11 eliminations now, coming in absolutely hot here outside of this realm of Yang. And dude, I can't say enough. EWG is just on some different stuff today, man. Whatever they have been working on in terms of their coordination is insane. Every time we cut to these guys in a fight, you can see the level of decision-making that they have. And the comms have got to be so clean because these guys always know what each other are doing and is the best response to keep the game alive for themselves. Again, 11 eliminations. They move up into third place. They surpass DRG at 127.7 points already. EWG looking to round out another huge game for themselves. Unfortunately, GG still on 2 eliminations here. Not having the game that they want whatsoever. That run back in the early where they really tried to find that early pop-off made it so difficult for them to scale. And we're going to see now they do have that, or no, sorry, it's JDG with the Yang depletion coming in here onto GG. KK here just trying to find something here into the jump-up scale rush. Now going to come in with the effort, the freeze, the members of GG trying to lock them down. The remaining members, though, from JDG coming in, trying to buy a little bit of space for themselves, but it is not going well for the members of JDG as we see Keke continually just getting bounced around and CC locked down by all the members of Team GG. CJS, though, coming in, not able to save the Kurumi in time. However, 330 is going to go down, and GG now going to find themselves fumbling in the zone with no healer. CJS will find a bloom here to get a little bit of that ult back, as well as a heal going on. Keke will go down, and GG find an elimination there. They're trying to get the res back up, but Bao shows up for the third party, coming in with a huge fan Soul Jade here. I don't think there's much GG can really do about this situation, as they've been third party. They weren't able to get the resurrection off, and now they lose LXM. It's just CJS. Bao just looking to clean up these easy free eliminations. LXM goes down as well. Oh my goodness, CJS coming in. We're gonna see the Toxic Shroom get popped as well there off of that cannon shot, but Bao does not care. They clean up the members of GG, who managed to find 5 eliminations for themselves. We're gonna be heading back. Oh my goodness, Peak,
the zone damage
goes down. They're gonna have to come in and try to find the res. They get the res. Peak needs to get to the zone. You have the grapple to be okay. The zone moving away. Peak, don't go down again. Is going to be forced to use the bubble to keep themselves from going down to the zone tick, but that is enough to get them in, and that's all that Bao needs to keep the game alive here. 7 eliminations under their belt. EWG just in front of them with 12 eliminations, 5-1 with 9 eliminations under their belt as well.
Indeed. XCG and KLA, both of these teams, they're not in the top 12 spots just yet. They desperately need to have a good game here. You know, Game 6 is occasionally seen as the deciding game, but I find that the majority of the time, it's in fact Game 5 that has the most impact. It means that if you have a good game in Game 5, then you have more objectives are set in Game 5 leading into the final game. It's what makes Game 6 possible in a lot of scenarios. But Wolves, so we were talking about EWG taking that third place spot away from DRG, but Wolves are actually very close behind. They're very close to taking fourth now away, and potentially, if they continue on their streak of success, they could potentially even take away the spot from EWG. But then again, EWG has been popping off a lot. They've been doing potentially, you can say, better than Wolves today. So who knows? But EWG, they're looking to try and secure this Morris blessing for themselves. They've got that Karumi umbrella placed down on top of the Morris, protect them from ranged projectiles, but not the cannon damage. That's one thing to note. The Karumi umbrella is very good at blocking projectiles. However, the splash damage from a cannon is not blockable. You can hit that through almost anything. So they do still take some damage, but very nice little strategy. If you are a Karumi enjoyer and you're playing trios and you're trying to protect yourself or your teammates, just simply throwing the umbrella down as pseudo terrain is very helpful. They perfectly demonstrated right here. They don't take very much damage, and they managed to secure that golden armor for themselves. And they're currently the kill leaders as well, sitting on 12 eliminations, I think that was. Yeah, I think it is 12. Very strong position. Definitely scaled up for that late game. Bowder, unfortunately, they were doing well. They were doing solid, but they've lost a team member. And it looks as though they might be about to lose another Jing getting chased down by XCG. But good for XCG. They need these eliminations. They need as many points as they can get. And one more is definitely every little helps, every little helps. Jing managing to get the parry, but the focus slide coming in, it's kind of a lot. It's hard to deal with, especially in a 1v3 situation. It's extremely unwinnable, and NiHQ picks up the kill with that cannon shot. And I'm pretty sure that is yet another Flame Breath Rupture Gale from NiHQ there.
Iran goes into the box here looking to do a little bit of shopping. Unfortunately, he's got the Darktide coins, but there are no Resurrection Charms left in the box. So he is going to be by himself for the rest of the game unless he can head over and pick up a resurrection on his teammate real fast. But unfortunately, Iran caught out by the members of 5-2-1. First, it was Wolves picking up Peak. Then we had XCG coming in and picking up Jing. And now Iran caught out by the members of 5-2-1. All three members here from Baoda going to be individually caught out. But Wolves coming in looking, they're hungry to pick up another elimination for themselves. The Flame Breath coming in. Yiron really trying to keep there the Wolves EG with the Fan Soul J. Just going to clean it up, take it away from 5-2-1. And 5-2-1 is going to back away. They said, you know what? It's fine. You can have our scraps. We don't want to fight about it right now. So Wolves in a strong position here over by Money Spot. We're going to see XCG. And I do believe, is that a member of KLA? I thought I saw for just a second there. Hiding inside Money Spot here as XCG starts to pressure up on to Team Wolves. It is two members of KLA on the backside here. EWG yet again coming in to secure the second Moore's Blessing from Zone 4 into Zone 5. They're going to have both sets of legendary armors. We get ready to head into late game. 12 eliminations under the belt. EWG has scaled up, has picked up the eliminations, and is in a prime position to find themselves another MVP here in game number 5.
Indeed, we've got 8 eliminations on the board for them, and they need 15 points to get into top 12. And the thing is, what's very surprising is that WBG and J Team, both teams haven't actually are not playing today. I'm assuming they thought they were safe considering how many points they put on the board, but all of a sudden they're not so safe anymore. Alliance is on 95.3, J Team is on 95.5, and WBG is on 96.1. all three teams are within a single point from each other, which is insane. Meaning that KLA, who's currently on 83.5, and XCG, who's on 80, if they get a good game this game, and also get a big game next game, all of a sudden WBG and J Team aren't safe anymore. They're not safe at all, in fact. If either of these teams, even JL, if JL gets a big game, all of these teams are now at risk, and they're all probably sweating in their boots at home, watching, hoping that KLA, JL, and XCG don't do very well. Unfortunately for FBX, they are definitely not qualified, as they weren't even playing today. GG, I think at this point, considering that they now have been taken out, unfortunately, they did manage to pick up 5 eliminations so far this game, but they did get taken out at some point. It's just over for them. 5 eliminations, sitting on 65. They'd have to get an absolute banger next game. They would need a 30 bomb, which is rare, to say the least. Rare.
Well, we've only ever had one, so...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so definitely pretty rare. But back to the game. Wolves are in a pretty rough spot here. Yeah, they're kind of stuck in this building. There's not a good spot to be in. It's not too bad. You know, you get moments to heal when NiHQ reloads, but it's salvageable. It's not unwinnable as long as they have enough resources. They're not out just yet. Look at what KLA is actually. Just a quick note. Look at where he is. He's inside that, or at least he was. I think he just got forced out. It looks as well. QGG also getting taken down by Wolves. Wolves wanting to take that high ground away from him. He was on his lonesome up there, just trying to portray dominance, but Wolves immediately snuffs it out and takes him down. But interestingly enough, they don't opt to maintain the high ground, and they look to go back into the building. I think mainly because of EWG's position here.
Yeah, I was going to say that, and with Zone pushing them off the edge of the roof as well. I think Wolves played that expertly, right? They know they were full charge on their Tesla. They go up, they expend the 1 charge of the Tesla ult, right? They're at 45%, but all they have to do is guarantee the kill. Tesla takes the Soul Bloom and ults back online for Team Wolves here. Yeah. And that's exactly where we are. ZK already full charge here, ready to go back into the fight. Unfortunately, they're on the receiving end of just being pummeled. XCG not giving them a break whatsoever here as they just continue to throw those range shots, but a huge ult landed by ZK here. XCG might be regretting their decisions as we do see the Temi ult come through, though. Wolves get separated. XCG able to flip the script here. They pick up Zem. They're going to pick up EG as well. XCG, even though that was a huge Tesla ult, Wolves presses a little too fast, and because of that, the Temi ult able to separate them. ZK now by themselves here. 7 eliminations as they just try to hold on. EWG nowhere to be seen for the second. XCG, KLA, all of them fighting it out, and EWG with their 12 eliminations just happy to chill out in their place of safety while these other teams put in the work for them, Duncan.
Indeed. But hey, we're accelerating now. Things are starting to get a little oogly, a little spicy. CXZ just I don't know how he's still alive. He got stunned in the air, drops down, and nobody goes for him. He's thanking his lucky stars right now that he did not get noticed there. XCG managing to find a nice little spot here to heal up for a moment, but the cannon shots through the wall, the AoE doing quite a bit, preventing them from getting that full heal. The Viper ult coming in, the V3 preventing any of these players from using any of their cooldowns, immediately locking down the lobby, managing to pick up a kill onto Xiao Nan. XCG losing a member, 2 remaining. It's not looking good, especially not for 5-2-1. Pampy getting teleported into the zone. It was the only thing that could have been done, unfortunately, and he gets taken down. EWG all still looking very strong. The brick wall that is these gold armors. XG on that Karumi, dropping that Karumi circle in the middle of the zone, and there it is. There is one person still alive, but they are running for the hills, not looking to give any free kills away to the likes of EWG.